I'm here speaking with Stefan Weitz from Radial. Hi, Stefan.
How's it going, Darius?
Great, thank you. Tell me about Radial, please.
How about both? No.
Yes.
So I'm the Chief Product and Strategy Officer for Radial, and I manage our payments business. But what Radial does is something that very few other companies can do in the space. It really allows retailers and brands to deliver Amazon-like customer experiences at a price they can afford. So we handle everything from the omni-channel technology to payments, taxes, and fraud, all the way down to figuring out where inventory should come from in our own warehouses, shipping out using our own shipping methodologies, handling customer service, the whole thing. So we give people, retailers and brands, everything they need to have that exceptional customer experience that Amazon has won so well on.
Okay, so would it be right to say Radial is a platform, is a commerce platform?
Radial certainly has two pieces of its business. One is the technology piece, which is absolutely a commerce platform. We no longer handle the web store side, so we're really agnostic as to how a retailer or brand collects the order. It could be through our partners at Demandware or through WebSphere or their own custom web store. I don't really care. But once that person hits checkout, once the customer hits checkout on that web store, we handle everything else from that point on. Everything else.
Okay, so that basically customer communication, follow-up, shipping, notifications.
Exactly. Really, if you think about all the places that we play, once someone hits checkout, we do a few things. The first thing is we look at, where should I ship this thing from? Should it come from a DC? Should it come from a store? Did the customer want to buy online, pick up in store? All the technology that's required to effectively and profitably route the order from the appropriate location. That's the first piece we do. Second piece we do is look at how to collect money for that order. How do you get paid? That's a huge problem right now. If you look at the fraud that's just exploding right now in this country. So we have an entire payments, taxes, and fraud product and team that allows retailers and brands to collect money and make sure that they pay zero fraud liability. Our platform means you never, ever get a fraud charge back. We promise it, we guarantee it, it's part of our deal. So that's the second piece.
So regarding that, that typically is a part of the checkout process.
You're right. So if you kind of break down actually the semantics, you're right. But in my brain, you hit checkout and a bunch of things happen, and it's easy. People get confused by talking about checkout. They think, are you a web store? No, we're not. So you're right. It is part of the checkout process.
Okay, so that's technology that you provide to retailers to embed into their whatever checkout page is or process is. Okay.
Exactly. We have cartridges for the main web stores that are out there, or we have a very, very simple API that allows people to integrate this technology into their platform.
Okay. And then after that?
After that, then, like I said, we have 26 distribution centers across the country. We have 7,000 workers in those centers, ranging everywhere from a few thousand square feet to 750,000 square feet. So we pick, pack, and ship those boxes if they do need to come from a distribution center. And then we have all the best transportation rates out there because we do have such huge volumes. I think last year we shipped around 300 million packages, so we have tremendous volumes that give us that negotiation power with the carriers to drive prices down. So we pick, pack, and ship the orders. We ship the orders using the carriers of your choice, the ones that frankly have the best price for you. And then we handle all customer care and communications too. So everything from someone texting, where's my order, to calling in to ask about a certain size, to calling in to ask about a return, all the different aspects of delivering a really exceptional customer service experience at the end of the process or during the process. We also have that. We have 3,500 call center employees across the nation that handle customer care for most retail clients that are out there.
Okay, so how do you actually do that? That would probably be another plugin for the retailer to put into their website or mobile app.
Correct. Yeah, we have technology and process and people. That's really the difference with Radial versus most of the competitors out there, is that we have the physical assets, the distribution centers and whatnot. We've got the technical assets, and we have thousands and thousands of employees ready, able, and willing to jump in and handle this. So yes, for customer service in particular, we have an internal platform that connects into various order management systems that retailers have, or if they use our OMS that I referenced at the top of the conversation, it's all built together. Okay. So our OMS has all those pieces already pre-integrated: payments, customer service, everything's already built into it. But if you have your own, if you've spent a lot of money building your own, we have open APIs that snap into those products.
Okay, so let's say a typical retail engagement. The retailer would hire Radial to and use some of the processes in some of the products that you mentioned.
Sure.
Let's say, for example, and then how does their product actually get to your distribution center?
Right, so we have an entire inbound processing. So we have the ability to, we sometimes get containers directly off the ships, shipped to our warehouses. Sometimes retailers get the products themselves and break apart the shipment and ship certain things to our warehouses and certain things to their stores. That just depends. It really is up to the customer. But,
Okay.
Or they can not use our warehouses at all, only use their stores. We have one customer, and not in the U.S., but one customer, a very, very large customer, in fact, who only uses their stores in a certain country to fulfill e-commerce orders. They shut down all their warehouses. They said we can be more efficient, higher profit, more profitable, better customer service by using our physical store assets as our warehouses across this, frankly, very large country that they're in.
Right.
So that's the beauty of our stack, is that there's really no one else out there that has the scale, the technology, and experience to take everything from that post-click
Right.
order all the way through, getting to the customer, making them delighted.
Okay. Now I read something about the introduction that this was eBay Enterprise before, or?
That's right. So this company has a lineage that goes back quite a long time. So years ago, it was called GSI Commerce, which I'm sure a lot of folks in the
Okay.
industry know.
Yes.
GSI Commerce was purchased by eBay in 2011, and then we took it back. We purchased it back from eBay in November of last year and took it private again. And in doing so, we also really focused the company more. So traditionally, eBay Enterprise and GSI, they would almost force you to use their web store, you know, to take advantage of the overall stack that we provide. They said, well, you have to use our web store. And what we found in talking to a lot of customers is the web store, is not even always the most important channel as you think about things like Pinterest buy buttons, or think about things like QR codes and subways, all these new ways for customers to interact with the brand or merchant. The web store isn't always the first place they go. B, if it is, a lot of times retailers really want to own that. They want to create something that's really their brand experience. So in taking it private, we actually divested the web store. That's Magento, which is now its own company out there doing great work. We also divested what was called marketing services, which were things like demand gen and photography and catalog maintenance. So now we're a tighter, more focused company that looks at how we can, again, really help these retailers and brands do the really hard thing, which is to deliver that 2-day shipping, that
Right.
great customer experience, that flawless payment checkout flow. These are all areas today when I talk to customers, it's killing them, either killing their NSAT, their customer satisfaction scores, or profitability. I've seen very few mid-market customers today that can deliver a great customer experience that competes with Amazon at a price that still makes them money. They just don't have the scale, the tech, the people to do it.
What about the product itself? Of course, shipping and packaging and all these things are, pretty dependent on the product. So, like, if you're selling furniture, it's different than if you're selling clothing. You have a specialty or preference on product types?
We take a lot of different types of products. I mean, I was at one of our warehouses last week in Richwood, Kentucky, and there are a few different clients in that particular facility. Things, there are clothes on hangers, so we've got whole racks of hanger type clothing. There are basketballs, there are canoes, there are workout machines. No, the answer is we have, again, 26 warehouses across the nation. All of them have different characteristics, so we're really good at figuring out, before you even come in, we'll do the analysis of your overall business. We'll run our data scientists against your business and say, what do you sell? Who do you sell to? Where is it going from? Let's optimize where we put you across our network to make sure that we do minimize shipping costs, maximize customer satisfaction, minimize days in transit, all those different variables. So we can scale to pretty much anything.
Okay, so any retailer basically that listens to this conversation, they can look up Radial and see if they, if you can be a value for them.
I would encourage any of them. Yeah, it's an interesting time because it's been a couple different companies, right? GSI, eBay,
Right.
and those companies they've been around for a long time, and we're still a very, very large company, but we are acting. So I came from Microsoft. I was there for 17 plus years, building lots of products that many of you guys probably use, or I'm sorry if you use a few of them. That I came.
So we know who to blame.
Yeah, we know who to blame. Yes, there are a few products I'm sorry for, but I came to this company not because I want to do a turnaround, because it's such an amazingly fast and growing industry, and our company now, Radial, is positioned in a place to capitalize on the growth, but also to help retailers focus their energy on what they do best,
Right.
which is merchandising and planning and assortment and all the stuff behind that checkout.
Right.
It's a great place. We can do better than they can, frankly.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you so much, and look forward to following up, learning more on how things work out.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much.